Hello and welcome to the Bronze Age Monsters bonus show. This is a show we make each and every week for our loyal patrons, where we talk about a film that is themed to whatever comic we read this week. This week we read Supernatural Thrillers 8, featuring Encanto the Living Mummy, going into space. And Matt, you had chosen the film for this week is from 1974. It is Voodoo Black Exorcist. That's directed by Manuel Cano.
Mm-hmm.
And we watched it on our Discord, as we do also each and every week. Super fun. This was one of those that was definitely very fun to watch with the Discord.
Yeah. You know, Jacob.
Okay, I'm ready.
I rewatched this tonight.
Oh, boy.
So we had to watch a shitty copy because the nice print that was on YouTube was age restricted. And so we couldn't watch it through Discord together. So we watched a very pixelated one. We watched one that looked like Atari at first, and we jumped on to one that looked like Super Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
I watched a clean print of it, and I came in biased because I enjoyed the first viewing.
You did.
And I watched it again the second time, and I liked it more.
Wow.
Clean and better sound. And so I'm going to have a hard time here being super critical of this because I this is like checking so many exploitation boxes for me. So
no, I know, I thought about it, I was less than enthusiastic on our watch along, but I thought about it and I thought about your points. And so, yeah, I do see where you're coming from.
So, yeah, there's an account on YouTube called like Public Domain of Film of Horror or something like that. I'll post the link in this posting, but it is fucking gorgeous. So this was released, by the way, recently on a dual disc with Sugar Hill.
Oh,
so,
cool.
I actually this is one of those movies where I get every single complaint lodged against it, and it is a deeply flawed, fucking weird movie. But to me, it nestles into that weird, like, cocoon of just like comforting weirdness. Like, it's not that bad filmmaking in the sense of like what you think of like a 50s sci-fi or whatever. It's like they just popped a camera down and they all stood in front of each other in front of a soundstage in front of a thing and said, hand me that space stapler, Zork. And it's just super cheap. Like it is cheap and it's incompetent and it's weird, but like they tried. Camera angles throughout this thing change constantly. There's some editing attempts, like whenever they show flashbacks to the previous person's lives, they actually tried to edit along with the rhythm of the music, which was oddly voodoo drums. So some of the editing's like this hyper fucking weird, like whatever. There's like fisheye lens camera things that happen at points in time because it's shot on a fucking cruise ship.
Yeah.
So it's like there's no room to film anything. But ultimately, I watched this a second time. And the first time I was like kind of charmed by it. And the second time I was like, I fucking love this movie. And I think this is my favorite film we've watched this season.
What? That's a lot.
More than Dimogene.
More than Dimogene? Wow.
Definitely.
These are strong words coming out of your strong little mouth.
Yeah.
So
Ava León, who plays the lead, she's a Spanish actress. She's gorgeous.
She is.
There's Aldo Sambrell, who I think was also Spanish. I'm not sure, but he was in like fucking for a few dollars more. This guy, look at his fucking IMDb page. It's longer than like your fucking. It's longer than fucking Encanto's wrappings. Like this guy was in everything. Like he was in a fucking Jackie Chan movie. He was in a fucking Eastwood spaghetti western. Like this guy's never turned down a job in his life. It's a strange fucking film. This is a strange movie that I found to just be constantly unfolding in its weirdness. The weird, annoying drunk who reads tarot cards that is supposed to be like indicating things that happen, and this weird night and day switch of the mummy, which is named Gede Nibbo for some reason. He's named after a Loa, even though he's supposed to be a human. Yeah, I love it so much I don't even know where to start. I guess the premise is Gede Nibbo and Kenya are two lovers 2,000 years ago who are killed because I think she's cheating on her husband with him, and they're confronted by the man, and then he kills the man, and then her head is chopped off and he is killed and put in a sarcophagus and cursed to live like in Kantu, like eternally. And then 2,000 years later, the sarcophagus is opened up and he is a reanimated mummy, and he's on a cruise ship with an Egyptologist and his assistant secretary / lover, who is the reincarnated version of that woman. So this whole film is him wandering around this cruise ship, getting revenge. Thankfully, all the people who were involved in their deaths are on this ship. So one's a steward. Right? One's a steward. Yeah. The guy who chopped her head off is a steward on the ship. And so he gets revenge on him. There's these weird flashbacks to like their love scenes where they're shot through a red gel and they're cavorting on the beach in the surf before they died. It is the strangest movie I've seen in a long time. Like, just fucking weird.
It is truly strange. And there were so many times when I was confounded. Like, I almost think I was overwhelmed by how confounding this movie was. And unlike other films, when I watched it, I'm just like, I don't know if I like that at all. And I don't think about him again. But this one I kind of thought about a little bit, just because the things that confounded me were so strong. Like, I love those flashback scenes because they just kept coming up. And it was like a red gel, but then they would like frame it differently. Like you won't know it's the same footage.
And it's not the same footage.
I think it comes up like 6 times.
Yeah.
I think in the whole thing has a great, like, Euro pop trash soundtrack to it. That's awesome. That song, it keeps coming back. But yeah, you're right. The incompetence, just the camera work incompetence is strange and charming. There's a main character who's a cop who is off frame the entire time almost until the end. I almost wondered if that was a choice.
No. So watch the nice version on YouTube, the beautiful print. Not at all. This was a paper scan weird. Yeah. The version I saw is fucking gorgeous. Like that's the other thing.
Weird.
Like,
how?
It is beautifully it's beautifully shot in a really weird, psychotic, like amateurish way. But like there's nice camera angles. Like I said, like they would switch out to like a fisheye lens for like scenes where it's like showing him being emotional and like this person was trying really hard.
All right.
And it's all over the place. But the version we saw was a fucking mess. The film's not a mess. It's still a psychotronic mess, but it looks way prettier than what we saw. What we saw was a pan and scan, like blinders on version of the movie. And it's, it looks much better. It plays much better. It even has like subtitles. Like, I watched it at 1.5 times speed and was just like, holy shit. I would consider picking this up for my personal collection of like,
holy shit.
Yeah.
You are all in.
Oh, it's fucking great. I love it. And I love the female lead. She's gorgeous. She was in this Spanish Jesus Franco ripoff of the Blind Dead movies, like way after that wave passed in the early 80s. So I have kind of a crush on her now. Like we said before, I think a big flag here is that these are characters that were reincarnated and are meant to like come back and meet each other again and rekindle their love. So unfortunately, the characters they play in their earlier iteration are black. And so they just chose to, instead of like using film to say this guy is now this guy, they just put the guy in blackface and just said,
and the girl.
We don't want any like leap of like logic or like, oh, that's him now. So
it's not great.
It's bad. It's
bad. Really bad.
Shockingly bad blackface in the first 5 minutes of this film, like to where I previewed that much of it for the list of movies for this season. It was like, I don't know if I can show this to people. And I was like, yeah, I can. Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can. So yeah, I love that everyone in their past shows up and gets retribution for executing them. Like we immediately meet the guy that they killed, that get them killed.
Yeah.
And he becomes their slave because of some weird ring that the mummy has that he pricks him with as curare, which is poison,
Mm-hmm.
but somehow in curare and voodoo times makes you
They're
a
slave.
zombie. Yeah.
Yeah.
The weirdest fucking movie. I can't get over how fucking it's fucking weird. Like I feel
Yeah.
like I was watching it tonight with Renee. She's like, "You're watching this again?" I was like, "I want to see what it looks like for real." So she's like, "Okay," and then she actually sat down and watched it with me, which shocked me. But then I was like, "I'm pretty sure fucking Quentin Tarantino likes this."
I wouldn't be shocked at all.
And if you saw the print that I saw, I think you would be like, "Yeah, this is a Tarantino thing." Like it's the weird camera angles and all that stuff are mutilated by the terrible print we watched.
Okay, well,
they're
would
actually
watch it again.
trying. They're actually trying. They're failing all the time because they're trying so hard. It's like psychedelic, but it's worth watching. I highly recommend the version that we couldn't watch together.
Okay, well, yeah, I'll give it another shot for sure.
I really loved. It's too long.
Yeah, it's way too long.
I agreed last time when we watched it together, and I agreed tonight. Like you hit the 1 hour mark, and like, oh shit, there's 30 more minutes. Like,
yeah, no.
When they get to Haiti, and there's like a TV studio, and like the final act, where it's like, fuck, this is not a miniseries. Like,
oh god,
it just keeps going. But like,
yeah, I know.
I can't not love it, man. It's so like my DNA of like bad, weird psychotronic movies. Like,
I get it.
It's actually pretty fucking good, entertaining in a good way.
It is very entertaining. So yeah, I mean, I wasn't as enthusiastic as you. I was very conflicted by the end, but yeah, like I said, it did get into my brain. So, you know, I'm willing to give it another try, but at this point in time, I'm sideways claw on this.
Oh man, I got two for you.
I know you got two. I know. I need to watch. I'll watch the better print, and you know, you can normally sway me on stuff, but we'll see.
Yeah, this is a psychotronic recommendation from Matt Howell. That's if you like movies that are trying hard and failing in all the best ways and intriguing intriguing train wrecks, this is it, man. Yeah, I mean, Diamond Jean was pretty and all, but
okay,
it's not Voodoo Black Exorcist.
We'll see.
So I want to watch more of what's her name's movies, Eva Leon.
Oh, she's gorgeous
because she was a cutie pie.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah. So our next movie is a voodoo movie, and it is a Poverty Row film from 1944 called Voodoo Man, and it has Bela Lugosi and John Carradine.
Very excited for this.
It's a shorty. I think it's like an hour long, so there will be padding.
Oh,
so we've when we've had short films, we've programmed something relevant that fits the theme. We're doing that this time.
And you like to keep that secret, which I admire.
Yeah. I'll tell you.
Well, I know you're going to tell me. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah. So it's a voodoo thing, and it's short. And if you're coming in guns ablazing expecting high voodoo content, I would check those expectations. I think voodoo was a word that was thrown around willy-nilly for anything that was not white.
Yeah, so we'll see just what level of problematic we achieve in watching this. So yes. I'm excited though.
Yeah, but we talked a little bit about Poverty Row on the last episode, and that those groups of studios from the mid-silent era to the end of World War II, essentially, that cranked out these cheapies that I said before I absolutely fucking love and I think are worth watching. More often than not, they are entertaining. So
yeah, they definitely are.
That's what movies are meant to be. So I love Poverty Row movies, and I love Poverty Row horror. I love Poverty Row crime. Those are my two favorite genres of those. I don't care for the melodrama and romance ones as much, but yeah. So I can't wait to watch this. It's a Bela movie I've never seen. So
yeah, me too. So yeah, I'm really excited. That'll be great.
Cool. So
yeah, we went a little long last week.
Yeah, we went very long last time. So I thought we could keep it short this time.
Yeah, we'll just keep it short. So yeah, if you're watching or listening to this and you're not on the Discord, we're not trying to shame you. We just want to let you know how fun it is and and how fun we have on our watch alongs and the just our Discord server is so cool and there's so many cool people on there. And Matt, you've made so many cool channels. Like I feel like it is the internet distilled into its most perfect form. So I'm very proud of our Discord. I think it's a really great group of people. So if you're listening or watching this and you don't, just try it out. Like I say, you can just lurk. We don't care. You don't have to do anything. Just come hang out. Same with the watch along. You don't have to turn on your camera. You don't have to say anything. So, but it's really, really fun. So, if you are watching and listening to this, please give it a try. I think you'll enjoy it.
I will say that I agree with everything you just said, and that I definitely mostly hang out when I'm online on our Discord server.
Yeah,
whereas it was on Twitter or on Instagram or any variation of those, I just mostly hang out with you guys now, which I much prefer to the version.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah. Again, we can't recommend that any higher.
Right on.
So I'm excited for our movie next week. And this is a shorty, but we'll end it as we always end it. I don't have my co-pilot, but Satan's my co-pilot. And I'm going to say, Hail Satan.
I'm going to say happy birthday, Wingshauser, December 12th.
Happy birthday, Wings. And happy birthday, Satan.
Wingshauser is my co-pilot. Yes. And that's the bonus show.
That's the bonus show.
Right on. Short, sweet, simple.
Yeah, I love it.
Like me.
Just like you.
You think I'm a drunk or something? I asked you for a gin, a double.